Yeah, hi, I'm Charlo from Charlo's Production, here at Gentleman's Television Studio, trying to promote Caribbean culture in the best way possible. Please come out every Saturday.
The people fed. We dance all night until we wet. But when I ask you for your number, you have a negative answer. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser, a dirty, dirty teaser. I love the way you dance the soca, but you ain't nothing but a teaser.
Hello there, good afternoon and welcome to CultureShare. My name is Don Bob on behalf of G.B.T.V Productions, welcoming you to our program this afternoon. And as usual, over the next hour, it will be nothing but the best in music, highlighting the cultures of Africa, the Americas, and the Caribbean. Well, hope you enjoyed your Easter weekend. We have some live performances from shows over the Easter weekend that we'll be sharing with you this afternoon on CultureShare. So get on the phones, call your best friend, tell them CultureShare is on the air, and sit back, relax, let's all have fun. We're going to start in Trinidad and Tobago, and this is one from Trinidad and Tobago's 1991 Carnival. He was hot in Trinidad's Carnival and he still is hot. He's making the crowds rave here in New York City since Trinidad's Carnival has concluded. Join me and welcome here on CultureShare, Sugarlows.
About the results from the Dimash Grass show. He want to know if I intend to leave it just so. Some say so the judges committee, others say it was a phone call from Robbie. But whatever it be, they think it's simply robbery with fee. But he begged me I lose, don't give up now, and hope next time I come more strong. One or two people tune and tell me flat, I lose, you sing the wrong song. But whatever it was that caused you to lose, the country went up in flame. And we waiting to hear you sing about it this year. Oh yeah. But when I look around and see so much vagrants pester my land, and the nurses so fed up, they resort to demonstration. And health so charge payers can't get attendance in casualty, while government refuse drugs from the Muslim committee. And when I see how young people can't get jobs, so they turn to crime. And the promises Robbie make keeps fading away all the time. I said to hell with the judge's decision, cause it didn't bother me. I love this land, so I sing it for my country. History, was there such a catastrophe? The Savannah stage was surrounded by military, and all man man was armed with machine gun, which shows something was really wrong. Well, you could have swear this show was being kept in Lebanon. He said, boy, like you was expecting this, cause you said it without no grudge. The only people you afraid in the competition was them judge. But if you really want to win a crown, forget them politicians. Sing two-party songs and wave your shirt in your hand. Yeah, man. But when I see how Rose, Francine and Denise have to work so hard just to get a decent home to live right here in Trinidad. Well, Rose busted to America and Francine, she took a stand. Poor Denise, the only thing she could buy up to now is land. And when I see how Sandra and Twiggy sing until their throats sore, and in less than 2 weeks and Jack get a free house where he's sleeping on, I really don't care to be considered a celebrity. I just love this land, so I sing it for my country. Ding, 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 ding. Say I lost, boy, don't dig nothing. The longest rope must have an ending. But it's nice to know the people accept you as their king. But you have to keep up the standard by jamming them vultures red hard, because we know how them boys wicked, vicious and bad. After the place you toured with Kenny J that night in the savannah, they never realized the mistake till 48 hours after. But don't bother with them, they all playing games, we know that without a doubt. But we vote them in and we waiting to vote them out. The man shout, cause when we see how the NAR party is so incompetent, the maxi we give them end up in one set of accidents. The driver say he is boss, so he can get charged for overload. So he start to snatch up passengers on the IMF road. Then he started scrapping parts and sell it to Neil and Mercy. He left we maxi down and went to watch World Cup in Italy. When I see these things, I could never stain this finger for he. Cause I love this land and I'm concerned about my country.
One of the better practitioners of the Calypso art form, Sugar Aloes, there on CultureShare. Well, from Sugar Aloes, we're going to move to another great practitioner of the Calypso art form. He's oftentimes been dubbed as the Calypsonian with the best voice. I'm talking about the Baron. Well, the Baron appeared at an Easter show last week at the Golden Pavilion. We were there, we captured his performance, and we want to share it with you. Here's the Baron on CultureShare.
Pato! I'm looking for Patsy, where is she? Patsy make me to understand if I don't delegate the song for her, she gonna ask back for the money. Day, la, do, day. But all the time I didn't know. She never hear a calypso. So as the band was passing, soca music was blasting. When she heard it, she turned to me and said, I hear music on the street. Lord, this melody sweet. Like it have honey in the beat. Lord, this melody sweet. It have me dancing in the street. Lord, this melody sweet. It have a message underneath. Lord, this melody sweet. C'est bon, prenez, levez-vous, prenez. Lord, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Get up. Was a singer on the show. I was a singer on the show. When I sing my calypso, straight away she morido, and only whining down low, low. Outside in the hot sun, she snatch up me popcorn and start to get on, run. I hear music on the street. Lord, this melody sweet. Like it have honey in the beat. Lord, this melody sweet. It have me dancing in the street. Lord, this melody sweet. It have a message underneath. Lord, this melody sweet. I say, bonte, tonne, levez-vous, bonnet. Lord, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody. Hey, give me. La la Lord, get up. I made a joke and start to whine. And it was action down the lane. The lady grabbed me from behind and started to jam on what is mine. She moving like ice cream. She engine on full steam, and she started to scream, oh my, run, hey, I hear music on the street. Lord, this melody sweet. Like it have honey in the beat. Lord, this melody sweet. Tell me dancing in the street. Lord, this melody sweet. Have a message underneath. Lord, this melody sweet. C'est bon, tonne, levez-vous, bonnet. Lord, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Let me hear you. Oh, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet. Sing the song. Oh, this melody sweet. I want to hear you say. Oh, this melody sweet. Oh, this melody sweet.
What a performer he is. The Baron on CultureShare. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey, welcome back to Culture Share. Well, our next artist comes out of St. Lucia, and he's a regular performer here on Culture Share. You've seen him time and again performing his country and western type music. Friends, we want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the music of Mr. Harold DeLoe.
We thank you for all the good times you were with us, even in the bad times. You devoted all of your loving, so we here will be there, love unending. We love you night and day. We love you in every way. We come together, loving you now and forever. That's what we'll do. There were times when we had trouble. Just the thought of you erases our pain. We love you in and out of trouble all of the times. You're in our minds. We love you night and day. We love you in every way. We come together, loving you now and forever. That's what we'll do. Now and forever. That's what we'll do. Now and forever. That's what we'll do.
Harold DeLoe with his country and western music. By the way, Harold DeLoe has a wonderful album out. Go on out there and purchase it. It's available in the Caribbean record shops in Brooklyn, and make sure you give him your support. We also had the opportunity of talking to Harold about his plans for the future and how it all began. Look at this.
Well, if you go back 10 years, 20 years, 2 decades, the entire Caribbean loves country music. At one time in my youth, I normally got close to my brothers and sisters, and if they were listening to music, there was always country. And I grew up liking it, and I developed writing, putting my own things together. And I can do other things, but I just love country music. That's why I do it,
It tends to be a bit of a romance, so to speak, in country and western music. You have this mellow feeling of, what may have gone wrong or what you're hoping for. What inspires you into yours?
Well, I'm a romantic man, I guess. Well, the thing about it is, I think when I listen to country music, you can relate to people. You can tell them things that they may not know within themselves, because writing music is something that comes to you. And if you put it in the form of music, it's one way of doing something that not only, you can relate to, other people can enjoy it.
How long have you been actually putting this together, and how many albums do you have? Sorry about the double bill question.
Well, I've been writing before I developed singing. I used to write for local groups, and we're looking at 15 years. And my mother, when she was dying, that my friends, all the musicians, they said, Harold, look, you always do singing with us and you were always shy, so now is your opportunity. So I took it at heart, and I thought the best thing to do for my dying mother was to write a song, We Love You, because she was that close to us, and it took off from there. So the other answer to the question is I've recorded a 45, a 12-inch, and an album, and I've got an upcoming album.
What type of market is there for country music in the Caribbean especially?
That's a good question. The market is there. As I said before, it's well liked. But is the support there? You put it out and it's being taped and your sales are limited. But right here in the United States, which makes me versatile in the sense of the Caribbean and the United States, I had offers. I had an independent company in Nashville who wanted to work with me. But being independent, I had to dish out some money. And I thought that I may not have to do that. So I think the market is there, but you have to find the right angle. And CultureShare may be the key.
Well, we do sincerely hope so. It's nice to have you on CultureShare and to let the folks know what you can do. It's always a pleasure having you. We would like to wish you the best of everything for the future. And maybe one day when you're a star, you'd come back and grace CultureShare.
I always will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harold. All the best. Bye. Harold Delo out of St. Lucia telling you about himself, his plans, and how things have been going for him in the past. You know, one of the great things about CultureShare is that we tend to block the Caribbean. We try to give each Caribbean island or nation, as it may be, a play on CultureShare. And right now, we're going to go to Guyana. Our next artist, by the way, has been on CultureShare before, and he's been residing in the United States for quite a number of years. We had him on CultureShare only last week, but we thought we'd bring him back doing another song for you. Please join me and welcome Mr. Lou Thom.
It all came so easy, all the loving you gave me, the feelings we share. And I still can remember when you touched me so tender, it told me you care. We had a once in a lifetime, but I just couldn't see gone. A second once in a lifetime isn't too much to ask, 'cause I swear from now on, if ever you're in my arms again, this time I will love you much better. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll hold you forever. This time will never end. Now I'm seeing clearly, I will still need you near me. I still love you so. Still love you so. There's something between us that won't ever leave us. There's no letting go. No letting go. We had a once in a lifetime, but I just didn't know it till my life fell apart. A second once in a lifetime chances I get to you somehow, 'cause I promise now, if ever you're in my arms again, this time I will love you much better. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll hold you forever. This time will never end. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I will love you much better. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll hold you forever. This time will never end.
Welcome back to Culture Share. Well, we're going to go into another artist who performed live at the Golden Pavilion for the Easter weekend celebrations. He's an artist we've heard of for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, since I was living in the Caribbean, I had the opportunity of playing music from this particular artist, and I've had the opportunity of doing so here in the United States also. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome me on Culture Share, Mr. Lovers Rock, we call him, Eddie Lovett.
Here we go. Shine on, shining star. You remember? Shine on, shining star. Honey, oh my shining star, don't you go away. I wanna be right here where you are until my dying day. So many have tried to find a love like yours and mine. Girl, don't you realize how you hypnotize makes me love you more each time. Honey, I'll never leave you lonely. I give my love to you only. To you only. To you only. Oh, my shining star, don't you go away. No. I wanna be right here where you are until my dying days. It feels so good when we're lying next to each other, just lost in love. I like that, yeah. Baby, when we touch, I love you so much. Makes me love you more each time and time and time again. Honey, I'll never leave you lonely. Never leave you lonely. I give my love to you only. To you only. To you only. You know that I want you, baby. Come on out here, boss, and give me a solo. Yo, come here. Let me hear you blow that horn there. All right.
there for Mr. Tight Lips. Yes. You, little girl, you turn me on. I want to say this to you, listen. I want to thank you, pretty baby, for letting me be myself again. Yes, I do. I want to thank you, pretty baby, for letting me be myself again. Shine on, shining star. Shine on, shining star. We want to thank you for coming out, and guess what? We love you very much, and don't you ever forget it. Shine on. Good night. God bless you. Love you.
Eddie Lovett live in a performance there at the Golden Pavilion last week, which was Easter Sunday, by the way. All right, now we're going to go to some soca vibrations. Yes, you heard me right, some soca vibrations. Last week we had this gentleman on CultureShare for the very first time, one of Calypso's soca practitioner. I'm talking about the Roots Man. Please enjoy the music of the Roots Man. After the Roots Man, we'll be talking about his plans, how things have been going for him, how he sees the art form shaping up, among other things. And then we come back.
Telegram. Roach boy come right away. Buckingham or that's the thing. Come on, this is where we come to them up here. I said soca in the valley. We jamming without no money. If you see me and the princess, this is strictly royal business. We soca down. Hey, right to the ground. Back up, it won't stop. Rock to the left, rock to the right. We think go there, we think go there. Hey, hey, somebody give it up, somebody give it up, somebody give it up. Hey, 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 woo! Give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Carrying on so sassy. You could see that music hypnotize she. In a splendid golden gown, she had everyone spellbound. The way how she rocking and going right down here. I said soca in the valley. We jamming without no malice. If you see me and them princess, this is strictly royal business. We soca down, yeah, right to the ground. We get back up, they won't stop. Rock to the left, rock to the right. We dingle it, we dingle it. Hey, hey, somebody give it up, somebody give it up, somebody give it up. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Police got shaking their pampalam, felt away their weapons and start to jump. Them West Indians stormed the gate, commencing the people place. A man in a costume like Edward Gate. I said soca in the palace, we jam in with Uncle Marvin. If you see me and them princes, this is strictly royal business. We soca down, lay right to the ground, lay, we get back up. They won't stop. Rock to the left, hey, rock to the right, hey, we think go lay, hey, hey, I don't get, how did you do good? How did you do good? How did you do good? Hey, 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 how did you do that? How did you do that? How did you do that? Hey, 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 hey. Don't go there. How did you do that? Soca in the palace, jamming with Uncle Marvin. How did you? Soca in the palace, jamming with Uncle Marvin. Naughty girl.
Rootsman, how did it all begin?
Well, I'm Don Bob. It began with me in 1976, back home in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I used to be, or I was gifted with the gift of music, and as a child I would keep singing while I'm doing my chores, whatever. But I started at school, let's say, I think in 67, in a school competition, and from there I realized I had the talent, and well, I started professionally in 1976, but I'm doing some very serious songs, you know, serious commentaries, social issues.
Since those serious social issues, the name Rootsman stuck in everybody's mind with Rock Me for Vincy Carnival, so to speak. Then there was Miami Vibes, there was Soca in the Palace, and this year we have Toronto Jam, or whatever it is called. I mean, besides the party tunes, there's a serious side of you that we in New York don't get to see. I mean, are you planning to expose that side to us?
Well, yes, if I get the opportunity to. You know, what I have realized that soca music in New York is party, you know. And it would be nice if somewhere the radio stations that play our music, if they can really now and again expose the broad mind of the artist, because, you know, we have some sense too. You know, so it would be nice if that part of us could be exposed. But whenever I perform, really, I plan to do a serious number, an educated number, so I could let the people see another side of me.
How has 1991 been for you?
1991 has been and is still a great year, very encouraging year. And for me, my album is moving good. I had a balanced album. You know, for the Carnival season, I was working with guys like Stalin, The Mighty Sparrow, you know, Blue Boy, to mention a few, and I had a good season.
What are your plans? I mean, you know, we always ask people what are their plans for the future, but a Calypsonian in your category tend to look at it this year and next year and where we plan to go. How are you looking at it?
Well, from here it's uphill, you know. Like I said, I had a number called Toronto, Mass in Toronto, and we look forward to Carnival to come. But in the meantime, I'm taking it
to the Caribbean, Canada, and anywhere that the people need this music, I'm taking it.
Show business is a rough business. I've been told it's 95% business and 5% show. What has your road been like?
You have it correctly, but it's tough, Don Bob. It's a rugged world out there, you know. You gotta be mentally, spiritually, physically prepared because you have to deal with some of the most vicious minds who really, really want to pocket a dollar. You know, there's no other way to put it. Really, some people really ride on you. So you have to draw from above and within to keep that creative source alive and to keep going, you know. Perseverance is the word.
What are the immediate plans for the Rootsman? We have Easter and Mother's Day and whatnot coming up. How's the Rootsman faring for those?
Well, I'm shaping up pretty well. My next step is Jamaica, month end coming. Then I go back home to do a couple shows. Then back for Mother's Day. Then on to California. And then to Orlando. Then to Toronto for the Caribbean.
So you got your calendar all worked out. I mean, you just mentioned California, and I've heard that quite a few Calypsonians have been going across to the West Coast and pushing the music. What's the art form like out there?
Well, for those who don't know, California is populated with a lot of Belizeans, and they really come out and support soca music. And they are also a cross-section of West Indians, but the Belizeans stand out. And the music is accepted when you go there, and it's always a pleasure because New York is the, what I should say, universal capital of soca, where there's a concentration of the people, but the people out there tend to find a hungry audience ready and waiting to lap it up.
Rootsman, thank you ever so much for appearing on CultureShare. Wish you all the best, and here's hoping that the future can only be bright for you.
Thank you, Don Bob. The same to you.
Rootsman telling you about himself there, you know, the great things he has done, but of course the pitfalls that are involved in the business of entertainment, or as they call it, show business. And friends, before we leave you, we have the Rootsman coming back, but I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of General Ben Productions to say it's been my pleasure. I'm Don Bob, and here's inviting you to keep those cultural fires burning. Make sure, friends, you're going out there, give the artists your support, buy a record, a calypso, reggae, or steel band record, support the Caribbean artists, and keep the art form going on and on. Right now, let's go off with the music of the Rootsman. I'll see you. Bye.
You wasn't in TNT for the festival. Wasn't in Toronto for Carnival. Didn't see you in Notting Hill Festival neither. But we got jammed down in Miami. When we touched down in Miami, we were have fun in Miami. In the hot sun in Miami, with all them people jamming down and wailing in the soca sun. When we hit the savannah, now the action start. We're in Miami. In Miami, when you miss me, where will you be? Said I'll be there. What? Yes, I'll be there. What? Said I'll be there. Let's go. How do you do? Let me go. How do you do? Couldn't leave the West Indian in the heat alone. Hey. Starving for some soca deep far away from home. Hey. Got a big SOS call, same Rootsy call. Right away I fly up there just to give them some. So we go jump down in Miami. When we touch down in Miami, we go have fun in Miami. In the hot sun in Miami. people jamming down and wailing in the soca songs. When we hit the savannah, now the action start, mama. In Miami, in Miami, let's party. Woo. When you miss me, where will you be? Said I'll be there. See some hands. Where? Yes, I'll be there. What? Said I'll be there. Let's go. Hey, party. How did it do? 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 Sweet soca song blasting out by the Spice Roots Band. The Korean bagaki in them endless jam. Hey. Studio 183 will really be hot tonight. Hey. Then Miami woman come out to fly the kite. So we go jump up in Miami. When we bounce up in Miami, we go have fun in Miami. Going non-stop in Miami. With all them people jamming down and wailing in the soca sun. When we hit the savannah, now the action start, mama. In Miami.